Hello everyone, this is Essen. Welcome to the Python programming course. In today's lecture, we will learn about Python variables. What are variables, how they are used, what are their data types, and how they are declared and used in different ways. So in Python, variables are dynamically typed. What does it mean? Programmers do not need to define variables data type. So it's the task of the compiler, it's the task of the interpreter to assign the data type to variables accordingly. So you do not need to declare variables. In example, you can say counter is equal to 100, my is equal to 100.0, name is equal to John, and J is equal to none. So counter is an integer variable, miles is an float point variable, so name is a string, and J is none is equal to it is a boolean value which is called none. So the declaration happens automatically. It's a responsibility of the compiler and interpreter of the Python programming so that they can automatically assign data types to different variables. So what's the programmer's task? Programmer's task is to assign a value to that variable. For example, variables can change type simply by assigning them a new value of different type. For example, x is equal to 1, and then in the very next line you can see x is equal to a string value. So in this case, the value of the x will be erased and the next value will be assigned to the same variable. So the previous value of the variable will be discarded. And in Python allows you to assign a single value to multiple variables simultaneously. For example, you can write a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 1. What does it mean? It will assign a same value, which is 1, to all the three variables. So you can also assign multiple objects or values to multiple variables. For example, we have multiple variables like abc, a comma b comma c, which is equal to 1, 2, and John. So what does it mean? It means that these variables will be assigned with the values accordingly. So a will be assigned with 1, and b will be assigned with 2, and c variable will be assigned with the value of John string. So you can assign multiple objects or values to multiple variables in the same line. After that, we will learn about keywords. What are keywords? What is the difference between a variable and a keyword in Python? And in the end, we will learn about how to use import statement, why we need to use import, how Python import or load libraries and classes to use those libraries and classes into your script easily. So let's see few examples of variables. Simply variable, we just need to decide the name of a variable. For example, a is a variable which contain some integer value, and b is a variable which contain some float value, c is a variable which contain some string value, and d is a variable which may contain a null value. So these are all the values we can print the type of these different variables. For example, the type of a, can print the type of B. Similarly, type of C variable, and then we can print type of D variable. So let's execute this code, and what it is showing, that it is showing us the type of those all variables. So first variable belong to integer class, second belongs to float class, third belong to string, and because none have nothing to show as a none type, so that's why it's showing us none type. You can print here value. If we print the value as well, so this is maybe easy to understand that so here we go. So 10 is actually belongs to, so 10 is an object. 10 is a value that use, because in Python we have learned that everything is an object. So 10 is an object that belong to integer class. So 12.2 is a floating objects that actually belongs to float class. And next we have string value, which is itself a string, so that actually belong to a string class. And so far similarly we have a none object which is belong to none type class. So similarly we can use different values. For example, we can use another variable e is equal to a plus b, print the value of e. So e must return us 22.2 value. So 22.2 is actually the sum of 10 plus 12.2. So this is a simple addition, subtraction, multiplication and division operation. We can easily perform our variable values easily. What we have to learn more about variables. Yes, multiple variables maybe assign this single value. So this is very easy. So now if we print e, the value of e will be erased with the 100. So because first value of e is 22.2 and the next value of e is 100, because we have updated the value of e variable from a floating point value 22.2 to 100. So the here if we want to see the type of e, sorry, we print here type of e variable, and again we can see the type of e variable. The type in both cases will be different. We execute this code and you will see first type will be a float value and the second type will be an integer. So the data type of the same variable will be changed implicitly by the compiler. So it's the duty or responsibility of a compiler to change those data types accordingly. So these values are assigned, or yes, we can similarly assign these values as well. In swapping, for example, if we want to swap two values, for example, we know that we have don't need it anymore. We just have two variables a and b. So, and we know that b. So here we have two different values. Execute this 10 and 12.2. So if we want to solve a simple problem like we want to swap these two values, We want the value of a to be shifted to b variable and the value of b to be shifted to a variable. So for that purpose we just need to write a comma b is equal to b comma a. In that case you can see value of a and then print value of b, because a comma b is equal to b comma a. What does it mean? The value of b must be assigned according to the variable a, and then the variable a's values must be assigned to a variable b. So here we will see the values have been swapped. We print a here, which is 10, b which is 12.2. After swapping, a actually showing you a different value which is floating, which is value of the b variable, and b actually showing you a's value. So this is just swapping of values, even swapping of data types. Data types will be defined by the objects. If the object belong to integer, the data type of the variable will be integer, int. If the object belong to a string class, then the data type of the object containing data type of the variable containing that object will be string. So this is very obvious and simple examples. After that, keywords. Keywords are actually those words which a language is actually reserved for a special purposes. For example, print is actually a keyword. If condition, if we use if is a keyword, we have multiple keywords available. If we want to see the keyword, we can import keywords. Keyword is a class, and we can use that class name to keyword list, to show the keyword list. I will explain you how we are doing this. Import keyword and then showing you the list of keywords. Oh yes, I will show you again. So I'm executing this again, so it will show you all the keywords here. So these two lines of code actually showing you all the list of all the keywords Python reserved for itself. So and, as, assert, break, class, continue, def. For example, def is used for definition of function. So del, else, if, except. All these keywords belong to keyword list of Python. These are actually a reserved word that Python actually use for different purposes. Every keyword has a different meaning for compiler. So compiler easily understand if it used in your script a lambda, then it has a different meanings and definitely it has a purpose, different purpose. If we use a while keyword, compiler will automatically understand you are going to start a while loop in your code. Similarly, if you use print, interpreter or compiler, your compiler easily understand that you are going to print something on screen. Similarly for loop and other statements. So this is just for the understanding of the compiler, we reserve some keywords. So back to the code. Import is actually a keyword that is used to import a module in Python, import a class in Python, so that class and further functions of this class, we can use those functions in our code below, because we have imported that class in our module. So we imported this class, and by using this class name we call a function. This function is actually return us a list of keywords which we have printed here. So we will use a print statement to print all those keywords on the screen. So this is how we use import keyword to import some libraries in Python. This was all about variables. So in next lecture we will understand and we will learn about Python control structures. Python have different control structure, conditional and unconditional. We will learn in next class. Thank you so much everyone.